Till the second half. Scott Ohsman alongside our expert football analyst Tim Boyle. A quad playoff game, halftime here. Glacier Peak leading 14-3. Tim, your thoughts on the first half and what both teams need to do here coming into the second half?
Well, I think my thoughts are Wilson's been plagued by they're plagued by a couple things. They got the injuries, but then they've had 4 turnovers tonight, and that's really plagued. Fortunately, Glacier Peak's only got 14 points. With 4 turnovers and where they were, Glacier Peak could easily have about 30 points on the board right now. But they've kind of lucked out. And I got to tell you, the Rivera kid, number 21, has really picked up for what they've had. Like their 2 key players are injured tonight, quarterback and running back. So
yes,
he's
Julius,
doing a great job.
Yeah, Yates Brown out over big-time quarterback, the junior.
And I think it's Simpson is the
yep,
other
Isaiah
kid.
Simpson over 1,000 yards rushing.
Yeah, so Rivera's doing a great job filling in, and they're in the ball game. I mean, it's 14-3. It's definitely not over yet.
The Fred's Rivertown Ale House in downtown Snohomish, our halftime show. Again, some other scores we're checking on Federal Way right now, leading Edmonds Woodway 20-14 at halftime. We'll check in on that game as well throughout the evening. And we're trying to see if Ron Henthorn, and we are going to go to Ron Henthorn with the defensive coordinator for Glacier Peak, Steve Hannon. Ron?
Okay, down there on the field with a noisy band down here with Coach Hannon. Coach, you had only 3 points against you the first. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think we're doing the right things on defense right now. So we'll see what adjustments they made at halftime, and then we'll have to do the same.
Okay. So I didn't get a chance to talk to Coach Rowe at halftime. What do you have to say in the locker room? Anything?
Yeah, he was really calm and just said, "Hey, fellas, listen. We're not playing like a great football team right now. So you know what to do. Let's go out and execute."
It's cutting out.
So little mistakes that are going on.
Like we got guys. The play looks like it's going to work. We're just not quite connecting. It's going to happen in this half.
Anything you want to change up on defense?
Well, not right now. We'll wait and see what they change up on offense, and then we'll make our adjustments from there.
All right, thanks very much, Steve. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you very much, Ron. The Fred's Rivertown Ale House halftime show. Ron Henthorn there with defensive coordinator Steve Hannon. A little choppy audio, but basically, again, I think Glacier Peak, their staff and the kids, it's all business. This is playoff football. It's win or go home.
Yep, it is. And I think Glacier Peak, I got to hand it to them. They've done a good job of settling down. They could have came out flat after that huge loss last week, and I think they've done a pretty good job of bouncing back.
At quarterback for Glacier Peak, it's been a little bit by committee. Brady Souther, the junior, getting the start tonight. 5 for 18, 66 yards, the 1 touchdown to Hines for 24. Branson Corwin coming in to relieve Southard after the second series. He was hobbled. Then Brady came back, and Branson got just kind of the last series there of that first half. On the ground, Glacier Peak coming in 41 total yard, or excuse me, I'm sorry.
41 yards rushing. Yep.
Well, I think Darling, we have him 10 carries for 44 yards. So
correct.
I guess the minus yards for Guffey. So excuse me, 41 net.
I think when we're looking at the stats here for halftime, there's really nothing eye-popping. Wilson doesn't really have any eye-popping stats, neither does Glacier Peak. So pretty tame across the board.
Right, Rivera getting a lot of the carries, a very impressive young man, 9 carries, 36 yards, 24 the long. Koshman doing a nice job, 4 for 12 tonight, 22 yards is long. But again, Austin Hines, it's funny because the Glacier Peak senior having a great night, 2 catches, 44 yards, that touchdown, and boy, he's just been a stud all year long.
He's come up big. Him and Kainoa Wong, I'd say, are probably MVPs this year. They're kind of battling out for who's MVP. They both just had great offensive plays, and Kainoa had a pick 6 today that helped Glacier Peak a lot. So
Ferndale losing to Bellevue 44-0, Tim, and that if Glacier Peak can be victorious here tonight. That will be their opponent next week. Bothell 33-0 over Puyallup. Wow, big comeback win there for Bothell.
Well, Bothell, keep in mind, Bothell's only lost 2 games this year. One of them's been to Bellevue and the other one to Skyline. So, I think that was in the championship game for Kinko.
Getting ready to start the second half here on STSPN. That'll do it for the Fred's Rivertown Ale House halftime show as we get ready to go, and some great some great chatter on our Facebook page as Spencer Pettit looks and he does a little onside kick. It's touched and Guppy gets down and gets it. I don't know if it went 10 yards.
That's going to be very close. They're not signaling either way yet, so make a decision there, guys.
Boy,
I think it did touch one of the... Here, we're going to show it on replay here in just a second. I think Glacier Peak thinks they have it.
A deceiving onside kick. Number 74, Jaquan Spites, the junior.
I don't think they're giving it to him.
I'm not sure here.
Looks like Glacier Peak has their defense on the field.
That was Jaquan Spites, the junior 5'9", the offensive lineman for Wilson. We'll come back to that, but 1st and 10, just the start of the second half. Ohsman keeps it, and he is crammed back onto his backside by Ian Black.
You know, and going back to the onside kick, Scott, I actually like the call, even though they didn't get it. I think they're confident in their defense right now, and they're like, hey, we can stop them, so let's try it. So I like the call.
I do
They
too.
darn near got it, too. Not sure what the refs actually called on that.
Glacier Peak got a little of their fire back here. Kind of taken out of them last week in that big 59-20 loss. Ohsman is just taken down by McCoy. I hope Koshman's all right. He was going right. As soon as he looked left, boom, McCoy was there.
And that's what you call getting hit on your blind side. Somebody missed their assignment there because he was unfeathered.
My goodness gracious. Hopefully Koshman is okay.
Definitely a clean hit, though.
Wilson cannot afford any more injuries.
3rd and 20, that's going to bring up.
An onside kick here for Glacier Peak to start the first half. They gave it to Wilson. Koshman back. He's still getting chased. Now it's Elvig kind of makes him down with Brendan Jensen, along with Fafita in the big front line for the Grizzlies.
You know, unfortunately, I see a flag on the field, and I'm not. That's in the area where you might see a hold, but let's see what they have to say about it. They're going to decline. I think that is going against the Rams. I think it's going to.
And I can see on the far side that Koshman is grabbing his wrist. Alex Koshman, 6'3" senior. Hopefully.
4th and 20. I think it's more 4th and like 25.
Yeah, they have to get down to the 39-yard line. The freshman back, Greenleaf, to punt. Almost Fafita gets in there. Bobbles it, but Hines catches up with the ball and it'll be taken down to the 35 and a flag.
That's 99% of the time that's an illegal block in the back. I think our friend Steve Willits just has given us an update. Cascade 21, Auburn Riverside 14 at halftime. Cascade's having a great year. I don't even know if they won a game last year, and now they're just having a phenomenal year.
An incredible, incredible season. As we're seeing in the booth, the replay, Hines bobbles the return, then gets a hold of it as we go live. You're seeing the call right here, and it's against the Grizzlies. Austin Hines there playing a tremendous game so far. Stay tuned. Again, just 10-14 left to go here in the third quarter. 1st and 10, the Glacier Peak Grizzlies going to start at the 21-yard line. Branson Corwin in to start this second half at quarterback with Darling at halfback. Gives it to Darling up the left side. He is met immediately by big number 60 for Wilson. They're saying, 64, that's Hazen. My apologies. TJ Hazen, boy. The defense of Wilson, Tim, in the first half did their job.
They still are.
2nd and 8 for Corwin. Gets it to Darling. Darling spins, but he is crushed.
Well, they tackled him forward for about 3 extra yards, too. So as hard as he was hit, it actually went to his advantage. So that's going to bring up about 3rd and a long 1.5 or 2 yards.
Boy, Billy Greer for the Rams. 39 tackles coming in. Great job, a big tackle. Here we go, 3rd and 2. Branson's got the ball on the left side, has the first down. And a couple more as he makes his way to the 35. There's the wheels of senior Branson Corwin.
That's what Branson brings to the table on those quarterback keepers there. He's very tough to catch. Little surprise there. Didn't leave Brady, and not that Branson's doing a good job too, but Brady was throwing the ball pretty well.
First and
quarterback by committee tonight.
Yeah, 1st and 10 now at the 36-yard line. Corwin back to pass, dumps it out to McFadden. And, Berg. Berg carries it across the mid-stripe to the 48. Nice job by Jake Berg.
Big first down and then some. Probably a pickup of 14 or so?
Norman with the tackle.
15 maybe?
Got it to, they're marking him at the 48 of the Rams.
So Glacier Peak and Wilson territory here.
Branson in the shotgun, Darling behind. 1st and 10 now at the Rams 48. They give it off to Darling. Darling trying to look for a little space. Flags are flying as Darling, the Brunswick, just taking white pins with him all the way across the 40.
He actually picked up a first down on that. They had him he gained about an extra 6 or 7 yards. Now there's a flag. I think it's coming back. Let's see what they're going to call here.
Matt Darling having a decent night tonight. 12 carries, 52 yards.
It's going to be a hold on the Grizzlies, so that's going to negate a big first down. Take the yards off for Darling there.
Jake Berg with a big 17-yard catch and run. The second play here brought back.
Yeah, instead of 1st and 10 from like the 38, you got it about 1st and 10 from the other 45 on the opposite side.
Trying to get to the Rams 38-yard line now. Branson Corwin back to pass, fakes. Now he goes over the middle. It's caught by Leon Elliott. Past the 30 to the 25, 6-yard line. Leon Elliott.
And a great pass, great catch by Elliott. And then he does a couple spin moves to pick up some extra yards. So big play. It was actually 1st and about 20 on that.
Branson now pump fakes, goes over, finds Elliott. Great job by Elliott to catch and understand where he is. And then big number 81 finally catches up with him, Ricky Perry, for the tackle. But 1st and 10, Glacier Peak in business with 7:49 left in the third quarter. Get it to Darling on the left side. And big 55 grabs a hold and takes him down, but a carry
he actually
of
picked
1
up
or 2.
About, I think they're going to give him a little bit more than that.
Oh, maybe you're right, actually, 4 or 5.
Yeah. The Brunswick doesn't go down easy.
Greer again with the tackle. Some big studs, a junior, 6'2", 237, 2nd and 7 to go. Branson now tucks it and runs. Has plenty of turf in front of him. Wisely slides past the Grizzly first down inside the red zone to around the 14.
That's a great play by Branson. Just tucked it and went through the middle, and he gained about 13 yards on that. Does a good job to slide down and not get hurt. Good play by the senior.
We'll see if Ron the Wedge Henthorn on the sideline can find out what's going on, if there was a decision about Brady Southern. Pitches it to Darling. Darling can't handle it, but he falls on it. Ball was still loose to my eye, but I think Darling comes up with it, a loss. And again, it's that fumble-rooski, an issue here for Glacier Peak. Had 4 of them last week.
Kind of has to use both hands to pitch that ball. Let's watch this again and replay. He'll kind of pitches it with having a hard time with that pitch. I actually used one hand on that one, and
I'd have to put that on Darling.
I think that
actually,
is on
he kind of
Darling.
wasn't expecting it. Tried to one-hand it. So a loss on that. They're trying to get to the 5-yard line for a first down. It's second down. Now he pitches it again. Leon Elliott has trouble this time. The Rams take advantage, and it's recovered by big number 55, Billy Greer. And 4 fumbles last week, and this one's costly. Let's go to the replay.
This one was on Branson. That was a bad pitch right there. You'll see right here, he tries to pitch it and pitched it with his right hand to the left. Didn't quite get in the hands of Darling.
Turnover is a huge deal every night, but boy, the ball is changing hands at a rapid pace. Now the Rams in business as they have a new quarterback in, as they hand it to Rivera. Rivera struggling to get to the 30. A gang of people.
He fumbled it, and Glacier Peaks got the ball. He was trying for some extra yardage there, and ball squirted out, and didn't see who recovered it.
That was Jake Berg who recovered it. Are you kidding me?
Let's see if we can get it on replay here. Here we go.
See if Rob can Rob can slow it down here at the end a little bit.
See where it squirts out right about here.
That's Darian Rivera with the ball. We're getting back to live action here, but
looks like Trey Chambers. Trey Chambers strips it out of his hands. Here, we got to go back live here.
Corwin getting chased now, flushed out of the pocket, gets rid of it, goes down, tries to get it to Hines, incomplete. Let him a little bit.
Hines was open. He could have had him there. Throwing on the run's difficult.
Tough. Again, that's number 60, who's not on anybody's roster. If you're a Wilson fan and know who number 60 is, let us know on Facebook. STSPN.
We'll give you a little more Wilson trivia for our fans out there. We got a lot of notable alumni. We hit you with Ted Bundy that a lot of people didn't know.
2nd and 10.
There's more where that came from.
Colton Bunt now in there. Branson, he's going to get it to Colton. Colton takes it at the 25. He's tackled by Montgomery, but again, the second varsity carry by the freshman Colton Bunt will get up to the 22.
And look at Colton Bunt going with a head of steam. He didn't go out of bounds. He went right at him. Good heads-up play by the freshman. They're keeping him in the game. I want to see Colton get around the corner, and I want to see a little track meet tonight.
Glacier Peak in their 6th season of in existence here. 5:15 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Branson does give it to Bolton. Colton Bunt off to the races.
Did he get in?
I think he's down at the 1, but
wow. Colton gets it right up the middle, finds a hole, and he just blew by everybody. They tripped him up right at the 1. We're going to show it again. Go.
And we might have to. We have to make. There's Colton Bunt up the gut, and he speeds forward, and we'll go back to live. They get it to Colton. Colton tries in for it.
He's in.
Is he in? There's no call by the official. Colton Bunt driven back by tons of Rams player. They're going to say he didn't get in, Tim.
Oh, he's right. If he didn't, he's right on the edge. They're going to mark it at about the 1 foot line.
Colton Bunt, the freshman. Let us introduce everyone to the freshman Colton Bunt wearing number 24 tonight.
Guess what? If you're on the opposite side of the field, you're going to see him for 4 years.
2nd and goal from the inch line. They fake it to Bunt, and Corwin goes in.
I think
Touchdown,
he got it.
Glacier Peak. And congratulations, that again, I see Nolan Dale in there. And the big fellas, Fafita, Drew Liner, Nick Hensley doing a good job on the right side.
And welcome to varsity football, Colton Bunt. Couple good plays by Colton Bunt.
4:25 left to go in the third quarter. Boy, just a seesaw turnovers. Glacier Peak, the first one. Wilson takes it on the ensuing play and turns it over as Hines the hold. Pettit the kick. It's up, it's good, and our Seattle Hill Sport and Spine Physical Therapy score. Glacier Peak 21, Wilson 3. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Glacier Peak football on the Snohomish Times Sports Network. Welcome back, Scott Ohsman, Tim Boyle, STSPN.com. Our quad district playoff game. Glacier Peak converting on a turnover again, plaguing the Wilson Rams. As you see,
a pooch kick.
Spencer gets it. It's taken by the up man at the 30-31. That's Montgomery.
Montgomery had some bad intentions on that.
That's not Montgomery. That's my bad. That's Stecker.
Stecker.
The senior 5'8", 190. My goodness, 21-3 now in this playoff game. Colton Bunt lighting a fire in the Grizzlies there.
I love it. I think he might have just earned himself a spot.
The Rocket, we're playing with nicknames already. Chime in on Facebook, STSPN. The backup, the third-string quarterback.
That was Colton Bunt on the tackle, I think. I'm pretty sure that was Colton.
No, that was
34, sorry. Ian Black.
But for everybody playing at home.
We're getting a little Colton Bunt happy here.
So they have number 8 in at quarterback, not even on our depth chart that I can tell. Brandon Scarpazzi, a
Common
junior.
Spelling.
And the running back was Xavier Frazier on that, leaves him at 2nd and 11. Stumbling out of the snap there, he passes it, it's caught, and it's going to be a Wilson first down across the 40 to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, nice throw on the run there by the quarterback.
That was to Adams, number 22. Nice job by the third-string junior quarterback, Brandon Scarpazzi. If it's Scarpacci, I apologize. Great thank you on our Facebook for establishing instant replay. Now, Scarpacci, he pitches it out, and that's Montgomery, and he'll get close to another Rams first down.
That was a dangerous pitch, too. Just kind of went over the fingertips of one of the DBs there.
Austin Hines with the tackle. 3:19 left to go here in this third quarter from Veterans Memorial Stadium. Leanne Kruckenberg saying thank you for establishing instant replay. Kudos to the 5-2 player, Todd Elvig. 2nd and 1. Scarpazzi fumbles the ball. It's down, and Glacier Peak has it. Brendan Jensen there for the pickup. Young quarterback for Wilson. Boy, just dropped the ball.
Boy, and turnovers have just plagued Wilson tonight. Here it is again. And Brendan Jensen did pick it up, didn't he?
But Josh Elvig there to disrupt the play, and a lot of Glacier Peak. We got to get the calculators out to add how many turnovers.
I think that's 6 turnovers tonight.
My goodness. So, Branson Corwin back in, and again, it is Colton Bunt. Bunt, the carry up the middle. He squirts for 3 or 4.
I'm still waiting for them to give Colton Bunt the ball on the outside, give him a little sweep or a pitch.
Justin Guffey on the near
Looked
side
like
receiver.
Guffey was limping a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's hobbled. We heard from Ron Henthorn. We'll check in with Ron for just a second. 2nd and 6. Branson on the edge.
Uh-oh, he
Tried
fumbled.
to pitch it late. He fumbles it, hits the ground.
I think Wilson recovered
right back
that.
to Wilson.
Was
Are
he
you
actually
kidding
trying
me?
to pitch that, or did he just
He pitched
come
it
out?
the last second. He had already crossed. We'll see it here. We got to rack it up and go live, but we'll go back in just a second. It is a turnover fest here at Snohomish.
Here it comes. You'll see him get the. He's getting a bunch of positive yardage. I don't know.
Oh, no, it was on the
I think
tackle.
it was just on the tackle. I don't think he was trying to pitch it. Okay, we're back live here.
Boy, if you're trying to keep up, it is like a ping pong game. Scarpazzi, that's going to be an offside
False.
or illegal procedure.
I think it's going to be a false start.
Brandon Scarpazzi, Scarpaci.
False start against the Rams. So 1st and 15.
If you're just joining us, 21-3, 2:42 left in the third quarter. Matt Darling doing a great job. We heard from a family member from him. 15 carries, 59 yards. Brings up 1st and 15 now for the Rams. Back to pass to Scarpazzi. He's in the hole of Bercunio. He gets loose. The ball's tipped. Incomplete.
And that was almost
Oh.
another turnover. He almost got sacked for about a 15-yard loss, but he almost actually threw that into the Grizzlies' hands.
Trying to go to Perry, Ricky Perry. It was a ping pong ball.
It was. Hey, by the way, another notable Wilson alumni is a fellow by the name of Dale Chihuly.
Really?
Yes, another. You know, we talked about Ted Bundy. Well, let's talk about somebody that did something good. Dale Chihuly, ladies and gentlemen. from
2nd and a
Wilson.
mile. Scarpazzi, more of Chihuly trivia. Rolling to the right, throws incomplete, out of bounds. Trying to go for Montgomery. He'll bring up 3rd and 15 for
They've
the
got
Rams.
they've got a whole museum of Dale Chihuly down in Tacoma.
I
So
did not know that.
lots of notable alumni
If you just
and the true Fonts.
That's right. If you're asking at home, how does Tim break it down? Boyle knows so much about Wilson High School. He's an alumni. He went
Well,
there and graduated, what, 1985?
Yeah, barely. I think they wanted me out of there.
Back to pass. Scarpazzi's got somebody in his grill, and he's not going to get away this time.
And that's going to be a big loss. And he almost had that a couple plays ago. So that's going to be 4th and a plane ride, folks.
And the first Grizzly I could see there, Bert Cuneo, the junior,
Whoa!
number 70, the son of Shannon and Chris Cuneo on our STSPN crew. Nice job for Big Burke.
They're saying 4th and 26 or 4th and 25.
10-yard loss there. Greenleaf on to.
Oh, and is it
And
blocked?
It looked like it got tipped.
I don't know how it didn't get blocked.
Bounces at the 50, takes a Wilson roll down to around the 37-yard line. Well, before there's another turnover, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching Glacier Peak Football on the Snohomish Times Sports Network. Stay with us. The seesaw playoff game continues. 1:37 left in the third quarter. Glacier Peak 21, Wilson 3. Branson Corwin gets it. Now he's going to think he pitches it to Colton. Colton is able to bring it in, but he is crushed, taken down and for a loss.
That's the play I'd like to see, except they had that red the whole time. Colton got the ball, and there was like 3 Wilson Rams on him.
A loss of 4. Let's check in. That was David Shin. Let's check in with Ron Henthorn. Ron, what's going on?
The same thing you can see down here, but it looks kind of quiet on the sidelines right now. Well, Glacier Peak's trying to make something happen, and they have right to me. Here he comes, right at me. Nice play.
Branson Corwin all the way up to the 50.
And good play by Branson. He dove head first and got himself about 3 extra yards.
Great pickup for Branson Corwin again. Kind of had his ignition game against Jackson that third quarter where he tore it up on the ground. A 1st and 10 with 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Colton Bunt still in the backfield, fakes it to him, now pitches it out and barely gets it to Hines. Hines has a crease down the far sideline, gets all the way to the 27-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds by Darian Rivera.
And that was a dangerous pitch. He kind of barely got that off, and Hines is just an athlete. There's just no other way to. His position should just be athlete.
Austin, the hands, Hines, right in the center of your screen there. Boy, it is nerve-wracking anytime they go out to pitch. 1st and 10. They give it up front to Bunt. Bunt will get a nice carry of 6.
He's just waiting to break one loose.
Colton Bunt, the freshman, a very rare appearance for Glacier Peak varsity football.
It's kind of a reward that Rowe does. If you've just had a great year, he'll bring you up and give you a little taste.
2nd and 5 now for Branson. Back to pass. Plenty of time.
All day back there.
Now he looks, backtracks. Now he slings it. He finds Hines. It's intercepted.
I'm not sure where he was going with that, but you know what, Scott? That's when he throws across his body the other way on the run. Almost an impossible throw to make.
I'd love to give credit to that kid. I see number 15.
We're going to show it again.
He's not
Watch,
on my
Branson's
roster.
got all day back here. He's running around, but then he has to go across his body here, and it's hard. You gotta aim high when you throw that one, because those are almost always underthrown in that situation. Dangerous play.
Yeah, across the body.
A game of turnovers tonight.
Almost the end of the third quarter here. And that's going to be Fafita. Looked like he jumped. I don't know if it was the center for the Rams who made him do it. Backup quarterback Ohsman hurt early in the third quarter.
So they're down to their third-string quarterback here.
Scarpazzi.
We got time for one more play here in the third quarter.
1st and 5. They get it to Rivera on the near side. Makes one
hit.
guy miss, cuts up, and they will give him probably a 1st down to end out the third quarter. No, just a little short.
They're going to mark it a little short, but that'll do it for the third quarter. So we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back in just a second.
Welcome to Turnover Football here, the Quad District playoff game. Glacier Peak, our Seattle Physical Hill Physical Therapy
How
score.
many total turnovers do we have tonight?
21-3 is the score. We're trying to add them up as we talk now.
I've only got 5 fingers on each hand, and I can't do it.
Well, we'll try and do it. 2nd and 2. And he's crushed.
Wow.
What a play
was
by
it?
Zach Peterson. Comes in and just slams Rivera to the ground on 2nd and 2.
That looked like a Jadavian Clowney hit.
Did. Very nice call. And good
There it
news
is.
for Glacier Peak fans. I don't know on the camera if Shannon can get it. Try and rack that. Said great play by Zach Peterson. The Bear is back. The Glacier Peak Grizzly Bear is in the house.
Where was he?
Not sure. He was late. He was
We need
caught
to
in
get
traffic.
We need to get Ron to find out what happened to the Glacier Peak Grizzly.
3rd and 5 from the Wilson 20. Scarpazzi back to pass. Now he flings it down the far side. Intercepted, of course. And it's Kainoa Wong coming up with that ball. We've only gone 30, 40 seconds without a turnover, and we just had to have another one.
Was that Kainoa that got that?
It was.
That's Kainoa's second interception. Here it is again, underthrown just a hair. Yep, it is Kainoa's second. He had the pick 6 earlier. We're going to try to figure out how many turnovers there are tonight. Did we get
Maybe that's a trivia
That
question.
is.
He's trying to go for Ricky Perry again. It's the 3rd string quarterback in there. Great to hear from the Elledge family rooting on the Grizzlies.
Who's listening from the Elledges?
Hold on one second. Branson pitches it to Darling. Darling, not much, falls forward for a gain of 1. It is Jeannie Elledge. Matt Darling, if you going in and out here, Darling the junior getting the carry there, but the freshman Colton Bunt, 5 carries for 28 yards tonight in his debut. 2nd and 9 for Branson. Gives it to Darling up front again, nothing doing.
Kind of a different look in the backfield. They had went with 2 running backs.
Ruffin there on the tackle along with Stecker.
So they got they're going with Darling and Colton Bunt in the backfield. Now putting Colton Bunt in the slot.
Looks like Logan Pylon is sure was taking in the first half when Nolan Dale, the starting senior center, went down. Nolan looks like he's back. 3rd and 8 with 9:57 left to go in the 4th quarter. They pitch it back around to Berg. Berg trying to get around the corner. He does. Cuts up. Berg to the 40. A Glacier Peak first down. He's still on his feet. Finally wrangled down. But a great gain for 29, Jake Berg.
They had a big first down there. And Berg had a great cut there. He didn't quite get all the way to the outside, and he decided to cut it back early, and that got him about an extra 10 yards doing that. David
Shin on the tackle, as he has been so many times. Jake Berg, the senior, 5'9", had a good year. You know, was hobbled, had some injuries, doing a lot of return duty. Big night again for Jake Berg. Pitches it out. And it's Berg again on the near side.
Oh, looked like a little face mask or a horse collar there.
Berg looks like he's okay. Gets up, gets all the way to the 32.
Yeah, it was a little bit. His jersey came right out of his pads there.
Andrew Norman on for the tackle for Wilson.
9:05 left in the 4th quarter here. Glacier Peak's doing a little chewing of the clock right now.
4th quarter. Stay tuned for a Kathy Salvadolina Windermere Real Estate Player of the Game and post-game show. Ron Henthorn will have the Player of the Game and hopefully some commentary from head coach Rory Rosenbaugh. Branson Corwin fumbles a little bit. Now he's got it. Rolls right. Throws to the right. Looking up high. It's caught at the 2-yard line by Leon Elliott.
And Leon, that's a great catch. He had to actually fight for that. The ball was a little underthrown. We'll see it here again. Here he goes back. A little bit underthrown, and the quarterback just jumped a little too soon on that. And Leon, good job by hanging onto the ball on that.
1st and goal at the 2. The Brunswick's in. Touchdown, Glacier Peak. And now with 8:27, The Grizzlies starting to find their offensive fire, Tim.
They are. They're opening it up a little, and they're kind of firing on all cylinders. I'd like to see what the philosophy was on the quarterback situation.
We'll see if Ron can find out. But the 30-yard pass play, Corwin to Elliott, take him down to the 2-yard line. Matt, the Brunswick Darling, doing the rest. And here is Spencer Pettit, Austin Hines, the hold. Spencer puts it up, and it's good. Spencer, the junior, hitting one field goals early in the year, 53-52. Spectacular weapon, as we like to say. And it's 8:27 now. Glacier Peak 28, Wilson 3. We're going to step aside real quick. You're watching Glacier Peak football on the Snohomish Times Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. 8:27 left to go in this game. Scott Ohsman along with Tim Boyle and the entire STSPN crew. We are glad you're with us tonight. It has been turnover after turnover as Montgomery takes it around the 3 up the far sideline. Skips through some blue jerseys past the 20 to the 23-yard line, and that's where Wilson will start.
Number 9, is that Logan Coleman?
It is.
He got a good hit there on special teams.
Coach talking about Logan again. Hopefully see Logan on the wrestling mat.
Oh yeah, we will see him on the mat this year. We're going to try to get the Glacier Peak Snohomish match this year, hopefully.
Want to let everybody know it almost time for to go inside. Live hoops on STSPN, 44 regular games.
Round ball.
The round ball. John McClain excited as the whistles blow.
Dead ball foul. Probably a false start on the Rams. Oh, it's offsides on Glacier Peak.
See the call there. Be 1st and 5 for the Rams with 8:19 left. Glacier Peak, Jackson, Snohomish, girls, boys, basketball. 44 regular season games live right here. Nowhere else except STSPN.com. If you're interested in sponsorship opportunities, contact SnohomishTimes.com or STSPN.com. John McClain, Ron Henthorne, myself, Tim Boyle, anybody who can drag off the street will be on the call. It's 1st and 5, Scarpezzi. Gets it to Rivera. Rivera, a nice move up to the right side. A ankle tackle by Zach Peterson, the only thing stopping him.
Rivera's doing a nice job filling in for a bunch of injured Wilson Rams. Little more Wilson trivia. Did you know, Scott, you think Bellevue's dominating in football? Did you know Wilson won 24 state championships in swimming in a row?
Are you kidding me? What years did that start?
It ended in 1983, so I think it was like 1960 to 1983. 24 years in a row. They were much more dominating than Bellevue is in football.
That is incredible.
I think they went 14 years without ever losing a meet.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. At one point, they held every single state record in swimming. Everyone.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Where did this start as Frazier gets the carry, a gain of 1, sets him up at 2nd and 9? Or actually, no, back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Where did this start? What was there a coach?
It started with Dick Hanula was the coach for all, and the year he retired, they didn't win the state championship. He retired after the 83 season, and then they lost.
Unbelievable. 2nd and 10 here in Snohomish. Scarpazzi back. Now he's going to run. Tucks it to the right side. And
tackled hard out of bounds.
That was Holman and Zach Peterson. Boy, I tell you what, Brandon Scarpazzi, all 5'10", 170 of them hit the turf hard. If you just weren't notified, Julius Yates-Brown, their captain QB junior, putting up a great season so far. Injured. That led to an opportunity for backup Alex Ohsman. He got injured early in the third quarter, and now we're on to Brandon Scarpazzi. Now double I formation. Handoff. Cuts outside, gets a first down before Guffey can get to him.
It was a great tackle by Guffey, and I don't know how he squirted away from all those runners or those tacklers, but good play by Guffey.
That was number 20, Frazier, on the carry. Got the Rams first down.
We got two cameras rolling tonight. We're kind of going back and forth with two cameras. We're getting a little technically savvy tonight.
I tell you
and
what.
And the replay.
Unbelievable. 6:38 left in this one. Scarpazzi back,
and
he will go down. And it's Bert Cuneo.
Wow.
Getting some help on the other side from McCoy.
Some laundry on the field. Flag right where the Glacier Peak guys are standing. There's some yellow there. We're going to see that again.
Yeah, I know. His dad, Chris Cuneo, wouldn't mind seeing that on the replay.
Well, here it comes.
As we can tell you, that is against Glacier Peak, but nonetheless, a great play. A little bit too much time, and there's Big 70.
Along with
McCoy.
Oh, the penalty's going against Glacier Peak, and it's a big one.
That was huge. Let's check in with Ron Henthorn. What was that penalty, Ron?
Looked like they called a blow to the head on Glacier Peak. So that's why the big penalty, guys.
Didn't look like it from here.
Take a look at it on replay.
We did. Didn't see it.
Glacier Peak fans, Jeannie Elledge, the wrestler, Sean Elledge, which is in Oregon for his college game tomorrow.
Who are they playing?
We'll ask how is the wrestler doing? Heard he's got some time. Heard a great story about practice early in the year for the wrestler.
Heard he had to throw somebody down.
Yeah, the story, as the legend says, as the story goes, some upperclassmen were giving him the business, and he had to throw a little chicken wing on him.
I think he probably threw him
Double
in a
chicken.
nice head and arm and flopped him on his back. It doesn't matter if you're an upperclassman when you got a two-time state champion you're trying to mess with.
You're absolutely right. Hey, STSPN presentation of Glacier Peak football is brought to you by Wesco Septic, awescoseptic.com. Also, Fred's Rivertown Ale House in downtown Snohomish. WescoAthletics.com for all your scores, schedules, rosters, Wesco 3A, 4A. Check it out, WescoAthletics.com. McDaniel's Do-It Center in downtown Snohomish, also the Snohomish Bakery, and our great friends at Mongo's. The STSPN crew had a tremendous meal tonight, again, from everybody at Mongo's in Clearview. First and 10.
I think that's going to go against Wilson there.
Dylan Skeed looks like he got a little anxious and
got a little jumpy. Now, we need to tell you that it looks like the Grizzlies are going to win this game, and they're going to be at Bellevue next week. So they're going to need some do you believe in miracles?
You know, we were there our first year.
We almost had a miracle our first year.
We almost did. Hands the ball off to Frazier. Frazier, a nice run on the left side, crosses the 40 to the 43. We're not sure if we're going to be able to broadcast that Bellevue game, but, rolling back memory lane, I won't forget that. Our first time doing this, Tim, and we were down there at Bellevue, and things got a little dicey for the mighty Wolverines there in the second half.
They were starting to fall apart. They weren't used to people playing them tough, and that was one of Glacier Peak's greatest games, even though they actually lost that.
2nd and 6. Scarpazzi rolling right. Now he launches, and
Picked
it's intercepted by the hands Hines at the 11-yard line.
And how many turnovers is that? Mr. McLean, what's the turnovers?
Let me
He's getting a little jumpy over there.
let's go back and look at this interception. If we'll add it to the many tonight. Slowing it down a little bit for you, Scarpazzi. Replay Rob. Showing you the
At the
great
11-yard
play.
line, he picked that off.
Trying to go to Big 81. Perry.
Austin's having a big game tonight.
He really is. We're going to have 541, our Kathy Salvadolina Windermere Realty Player of the Game, Tim.
I don't know who it is at this moment.
Now
There's a couple people making a case for it.
1st and 10. Interception 6 on Wilson, 1 on Glacier Peak.
Any
See on fumbles. See, they fumbled Wilson 3 times, lost 2 of them. Glacier
so is that
Peak
8
2 for 1.
turnovers?
Yeah.
Is that Colton Bunt? Yep.
Bunt
Look at
to
him
the 30,
go.
all the way to the 35. Colton Bunt, the freshman, in his first varsity game. A first down and more. You can see the young man fired up.
And he is quick. I'll tell you what, I think he's making I think you're going to see him starting next year. And we got Brady Southard back in the game.
Number 24, Colton Bunt.
In fact, this is probably a duo you will see next year with Brady and Colton Bunt back there.
A little preview for you. Colton gets the carry on the left side. He's got plenty of space. Takes advantage. Another first down for number 24 to the 49-yard line. Colton Bunt showing what he can do.
Colton Bunt's wanting himself a T-shirt tonight.
He does. He's heard about the glory.
I think he's heard that Kainoa Wong's got like 2 or 3 of them.
They hurry to the line. 1st and 10 now. And
I
they'll
think they were expecting that one.
going nowhere as Colton is greeted kindly at the 50.
Still waiting for Colton to get one around the corner there.
4:56 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Also want to thank our new sponsor, Muscle Milk, this year for STSPN. Looked for them to continuing support it for basketball.
I think if Colton gets it around, can turn the corner, I think he's going to be off to the races.
Bunt to the right side, but a great defensive play by number 22 for Wilson, Sean Adams.
Now, what Glacier Peak's doing here for our listeners or our viewers is it's 4 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. They're chewing clock here, so they're not running any razzle-dazzle plays. They're trying to end the game here.
Brady Southard takes it himself, crosses the 40. I think Brady's got a first down, and it's a big one to keep the clock rolling. Nice job by the junior Southard.
It is a big one. It is a first down, and what that does is that's going to give you about 2.5 to 3 minutes right off the clock with that first down there. So great heads-up play by Brady.
Hearing from Big Nate Sandstrom, 77. Miss seeing you, big guy, down here.
Where is
Chime
Big
in.
Nate?
Big Nate, let us know again. I can't remember the school, and let us know how your team's doing this year. Nate getting a lot of playing time, and I know he's in Northern California, if I recall correctly.
Thanks to our 4,100 listeners we have out there.
Interesting formation. Now Bunt on the left side. Almost gets it ripped, but a good play again by Wilson. They're just loading up the box at this point.
Number 77's hobbling there. He's going to have to might stop the clock for him. No, he's going to stay in the game.
Again, that was Kyler Stecker. Boy, is he a load on defense for the Rams. Coming into tonight, 74 tackles, 16 for loss as Brady Southern and the gang looks over. Stay tuned for our Kathy Salvadolina Windermere Real Estate post-game show and our player of the game is Brady Southern now with Colton Bunt in the background. He gets it to Bunt up the middle. Crosses the 45, looks like a backbreaker.
Bent in half on that play. I hope he's okay.
Stecker checks on him.
Brushes it off, rubs some dirt on it, and he's back.
If you're not familiar with Mr. Bunt down there, he is a track phenom, and I got a chance to watch him play baseball, and let me tell you, he almost played all 9 positions, and he was phenomenal.
He's a speedster, no doubt.
3rd and 5 now for the Grizzlies. Brady keeps it this time.
That's going to bring up 4th down, probably 4th and 4. They should go for a field goal.
Yes, I think they should.
Bring in the weapon. That's going to be a 52-yarder maybe. Bring him in.
Ron Henthorn, let's see if you can get Rowe to bring out the weapon.
It'd be great if he'd listen to me, guys. I don't think he's going to bring him in.
Come on. 50. This is a perfect time for the weapon.
That's right. College of the Siskiyous for Nate Sandstrom. Chiming in. 4th and 5 now. They pitch it to the right side. It's
ouch.
Not going to do it. Maybe a gain of 2. Again, that's trying to see if that was Barnicat on the carry.
Looks like we got somebody shaken up on the play.
Stecker on the tackle, but that was number 20, Branson Barnicat.
Turnover on downs for the Grizzlies, but a minute 27 left here. We're going to try to figure out who player of the game is.
Barnicat.
Kind of looking at some stats here. Nobody's run away with it, I'll tell you that.
Apologize to the Barnicat family. The roster is incorrect. I just want that noted in my record. The boards for Cuneo is correct. You're right. Big hit on the near side. Rivera, who's had a very nice evening. A gain of 6 or 7. Berg with the tackle. Art's 10th football game for 2013. And let me tell everybody, as I've said, it takes an absolute village to run the machines here. 1:18 left in this one. Rivera, left side. Not much there. Again, Zach Peterson on there. Diego now in there. Big Cuneo, 70. Other players getting some time in, Tim. 55 seconds left to go. A valiant effort.
It's about 1 or 2 plays is about all we got left here tonight.
Tim, you're about to be under pressure here as they get a run.
Oh,
and what a
nice
tackle!
Was that
Who was that?
I think that was Colton Bunt.
24 Colton Bunt.
Wow.
Replay
Watch this
wrong.
again.
Let's
Watch it full speed.
Let's do replay.
Oh, man.
Ladies and
Welcome
gentlemen,
to varsity football, Colton Bunt.
that's what you call shooting the gap. Look at this. Colton coming up.
Well, they say speed kills.
Textbook tackling. Rivera jumps out of a tackle, does a nice job, crosses the 50 to the 46 or 7 of the Grizzlies. Is 10 seconds, and that should do it tonight. Glacier Peak, our Seattle Hill physical therapy score. Glacier Peak wins this playoff game to move on 28-3. Tim Boyle, who's our
I got to give it to Austin Hines, and I tell you what, he just keeps coming up big. He had at least 1 interception that I know of for sure. What other stats did he have? I think he had 2 interceptions.
Two catches, 44 yards, a touchdown, that 24-yard long.
He had some. Let's see, what do you have? One attempt for 1 rush for 23 yards, couple interceptions. So it goes to Austin Hands Hines.
Austin the Hands Hines. Again, the happy totals here. Kathy Salvadolina postgame show. Windermere Real Estate, Snohomish area expert. Check her out at kathysalvo.com or give her a call at 425-350-0020 as we wait. Ron Henthorn, you're seeing the happy finish
we forgot
here.
To mention, give a shout out to all the Glacier Peak cross country parents listening in the Tri-Cities. They're at the state championships over there, and I think it's in Pasco.
Yep, your oldest daughter on that team, Erin Boyle, along with a lot of friends and family.
Yep, they got a shot at winning the state championship this year. It's going to be tight. They're ranked number one in the state for the girls.
Talk about the Wilson dynasty in swimming. I tell you what, in 6 years, Glacier Peak has quite a name for themselves in cross country.
Yeah, and also, speaking of Wilson, we'll give them another prop. When I was there as a ninth grader, they had Daryl Robinson ran a 44.69 to set a national high school record in the 400, and it still stands. Okay, here we go.
Wow. Our Kathy Salvadolina, Windermere Real Estate Player of the Game. Let's go down to Ron Henthorn, and it is Mr. 11, Austin the Hands Hines. Ron?
Thank you, guys. This is Ron Henthorn down here with the Austin Hines. Austin, you're the Kathy Salvadolino Player of the Game tonight. What do you think of that?
Makes me feel pretty good. I'm happy with the team win tonight. We really played well on defense, forced a lot of turnovers. The offense struggled at times, but the defense helped us get the win tonight.
So I think you got a few interceptions out there. You know how many that were?
We had 6 interceptions.
And how many were yours?
2 of me, 2 of Wong, 1 of Chambers, and 1 of Guffey.
All right, that's really great. Well, thanks a lot for being a great game tonight. I got a T-shirt here for you.
All right.
I tell you what, maybe we got to get Hines and the players. We should just have them do the stats.
I know. Bring Hines up in the booth.
My goodness, he just rattled that off.
Jeez.
All right, there we have Austin Hines, Salvadolino Player of the Game. Congratulations, Austin.
Thank you.
See you later. See you at Bellevue, buddy.
See you next week.
All right, thank you.
All righty. Thank you, Ron. Congratulations to Austin Hines. I think that's his second one of the year, isn't it?
I think so.
He had one earlier.
I want to thank Kathy Salvadolina, Windermere Real Estate. And as you can see on your screen, Coach Rory Rosenbaugh giving his traditional talking to the team. Win or lose, Rory always gathers the team and their family at the end zone. We'll try and get some words. We'll hang on here for Coach Rory Rosenbaugh. Tim, it's been an interesting season. Let's just talk a little bit until maybe Ron Henthorn. I don't know. Usually we can't get some audio down there, but here we go.
Coach, you got anything?
This was a tough one, bro.
Now you're hearing defensive coordinator Steve Hammond address the team.
I tell you what, but I got to give it to I was going to give it to a freshman, but you have to be 15 years or older to receive was the pick 6, and he also broke the school record career interception.
Kainoa Wong, that's wide receiver, offensive specialist Mark Burchard.
That was just ridiculous. But I got to give one. I kind of offense. Sorry, Leon Elliott, great catch.
Leon Elliott getting one of the big games, play of the game.
Now defensively, I mean, McCoy, huge sack, Jensen, a pick, fumble recovery, Hines, 3 picks. The defensive line was outstanding. I mean, that was unbelievable. So I'm just going to give this one to Hannon, your D coordinator. I couldn't decide.
What do they give you? Passed out like candy bars.
Tossing stuff out.
I got it. The big hit of the game. Oh, there you go. Big hit of the game.
Who's that to? That's Burke.
Oh, Zach Peters.
Zach Peters.
Wilson. Yeah, we Wilson. And we got him at home. And we got him at home. Congratulations, Phil.
Now here, Coach Roy Rosenbaum.
Everybody here. You know what's coming. We are dialing in. We're going to go shock the world. Okay, hey, here's what matters. What matters is this simple right here. That's all that matters. And we know what we got. We know what we're capable of. Let's go prepare. Let's go have some fun. What a great opportunity. Great opportunity ahead of you. You're in the round of 16. All right. I'll see you at 9 o'clock. Let's get a break. Be smart and safe.
Hey, all these high school kids, just like you, they're in high school. All right, they're just high school kids. Get them. No way.
Back here, you got some great insight there as you're seeing on the camera. We heard from Coach Roy Rosenbaum. There's Dave Kruger with him from the Everett Herald, getting some post-game commentary. We'll wait a minute with Ron Henthorn, catch up with head coach Roy Boyle. I bet he's in a lot better mood, Tim, than he was before tonight's game.
I agree with that. And they've got a monumental task coming up next week. And I don't know if it's going to be Saturday or Friday. I don't think they've announced that yet. But it is going to be quite the task.
While we're waiting for him again, Edmonds Woodway trying to hang in there Federal Way in the third quarter, leading that game 23-14.
Do we have an update on the Cascade Auburn Riverside game?
I don't right now. We're trying to see.
I also think Mount Si was playing Oak Harbor. Curious to see if Oak Harbor was able to hang at all with them.
We'll have to check that. Again, stay tuned. Facebook, STSPN, also Twitter, Snohomish Times, as well as STSPN and SnohomishTimes.com to check in to see. We are not aware yet whether or not we're going to be broadcasting live streaming from Bellevue next week for that playoff game. As we wait for him, Tim, just in case, what are your thoughts on this year so far, this for 2013 Glacier Peak football team?
I think they played a really good game tonight, and we had talked about having their offense really needs to get it together. They kind of came together tonight. I think they've been inconsistent. If I'm being fair, I think they've been inconsistent. Like in Shorewood, they really had Shorewood overmatched, and they really couldn't get it together. The wheels kind of fell apart last week against Marysville Pilchuck, but that's a really good team too. But I think they've had some real ups and downs. I think that this year they've been minus the superstars that they've had in the past. They don't have the Elliges and the Bonners and the Southards and some of those real Stepanchenkos and some of those real superstars that can light up a game. They've been missing those this year, and it's kind of hurt. But
we talk also, they're coming off a quarterback who threw 3,000 yards.
That's a great point, because we talked about that in our pre game, and Becerra was over 3,000 yards last year, and this year, we had 1,000 yards in passing or whatever, and it just changes the whole dynamic of the game when you don't have somebody that dangerous that can step back in the pocket and pick you apart like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, 6 years, and let's go down to Ron Henthorn with Roy Rosenbaum.
All right, I'm down here with Coach Rowe. Coach, we had a little win there tonight with a little execution problems in the first half. We
had some issues, but we cleaned them up. That's what it's about. Sometimes it's not always pretty, but we get it done. Defense was fantastic. Offense kind of sputtered in the beginning. We were getting what we wanted, but we just weren't playing as clean as we want. And in the second half, they did a better job. And
did a much better.
That little freshman ignited us a little bit. He's fun, but the O-line really is what those guys did a great job up front. Opening holes and and making it easy for whoever was carrying the ball.
So the game plan tonight was a little more passing from previous games. Is that something you're going to keep trying to do for Bellevue next week?
We got to go back and look at the film and we see what we think we can do. If we feel like we can have success throwing the ball, then that's what we'll do. And if we think it's running the ball, then that's what we'll do.
Okay, so got some really hot freshmen in there today. Made the team look a little bit hot out there.
He did a nice job. Yeah, he did a nice job. He's got an extra gear, so that was fun. Fun to see him. He's got a long way to go, but we were depleted a little bit. So getting him out there, getting a few reps was good.
Some good spark. So I got one quick question for you on the kickoffs after the touchdown. You tried a couple squib kicks or.
Yeah, well, the first kickoff, the guy almost went for a touchdown, so I said, let's not do that anymore. If he's not comfortable thinking he can get in the end zone with the wind or whatever it is, then let's just squib it and keep it away from the fast kids.
Okay. So the same quarterback kind of route at Bellevue?
We'll see. See who has a good week of practice.
See how. Thanks, Coach. Congratulations on a great win.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks. Ron Henthorn for you. Back up to the booth, guys, and we'll see you at Bellevue next week.
Thank you, Ron. Ron Henthorn, our sideline reporter, our executive producer, Todd Elvig, the 5-tool Swiss Army player, and Shannon Cuneo back on our main camera. Leslie McLean spinning the wheel down there, the big computer board, 2 cameras, instant replay.
Multitasker.
I tell you what, she can do it all. Rob, instant replay, Wygant down there. Thank you, Mr. Wygant, for coming in. John McLean, the statistician. Chris Eagle Eye Cuneo on spotting. Tim, this is our 3rd year for everybody. STSBN, our viewership has grown tremendously over the years, over 4,000. It's been a tremendous year. We've had technical adventures off and on, but it has been a great season, just in case this is it for this one.
Well, what's life without some adventures, right?
That's right.
Big shout out to all our listeners out there. You make it fun for us. We love your posts on the Facebook. That keeps us going, and we love to hear from all the relatives out there all over the country listening to their kid or watching their kids or nieces or nephews and whatnot. So big shout out to them.
Todd Elvig again, our executive producer, the guy who puts it all together, who's on the second camera tonight. He does it all. He sets it up. He tears it down. He's the first one here. He's the last one to go home. It's been his passion, it keeps him going here on the Snohomish Times Sports Network, STSBN.com. So tonight it's a final. Glacier Peak victorious in this playoff game, 28-3. And
over my Wilson Rams. Darn it.
I'm sorry, and if you can't, we don't have the camera on in here anymore, but definitely Boyle is shedding a light tear.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. For everybody, Scott Ohsman saying so long from Veterans Memorial Stadium. It's been a phenomenal season. Check in with STSBN.com to see if we're going to be broadcasting next week. So long, everybody.
Good night.